Warriors wake up, soldiers check in. What mission are we on today? Family, you know what today is. Listen, I am fired up. I'm excited. One of the questions I've been asking myself, man, is I really take a full look, a full scope at who I am, where I am, and really identifying the vision of who I am becoming and who I was created to become. One of the critical questions that I keep asking myself: what am I afraid of in order to really commit to engage in the full pursuit of the most powerful version of myself? Listen to me. I've been asking myself the question, what am I afraid of? What are those things? What are those different hesitancies that I have in regards to what I have to do, what I must do, what I'm engaging, what I'm pursuing? Why am I not committing full force? And one of the things that came to mind is that in order for me to really reach my full power and potential, I have to really pursue challenge that's going to grow me towards who I must become. Because when I look into my future, listen to me, family, and I love it. I love the opportunity to engage with my brothers and sisters. When I take a look into my future, when I go and visit my future self, I understand that future self, that who I am becoming, is who I was created to become from the beginning. But I understand in order for me to become that, there's a journey that I must take on. There's a pursuit. There's a journey. There's this path that I must take, right? There's this pipeline that I must flow through. But guess what? In that pipeline, in that journey, on that path, there's some challenges that I must engage. There's some obstacles that I must overcome. There's some things that are going to be difficult. There's some pain and some difficulties and some things outside of the comfort zone that I've been programmed to be within, that I'm going to have to battle and struggle and fight to get outside of in order for me to grow, to become the person that will have the ability, have the capacity to sustain and to engage and to operate at the level that I see myself becoming, that I am envisioning. Listen, one of the critical things that I understand is that for us to reach the full power and potential that we must, in order for us to also in that same pursuit be the model and example of who we must be for those that we are connected to as pipeline of power builders who are in position to raise, cultivate, and protect the opportunity for our children to reach their full power and potential. There's a journey that we must take on, right? There's this pursuit for this most powerful version of ourselves that we have to visit consistently, even daily, even throughout the day. We have to be envisioning who we are becoming, what it is that we are creating, producing, innovating, right? Inventing, right? Formulating, right? And engaging that in a way that it becomes real. But the truth of the matter is, once we envision, once we identify that vision, then there's a journey that we must go on. There's a pursuit of daily action steps and mission tasks that we must engage day in and day out on many levels and many aspects and many phases. And that oftentimes those daily tasks, those missions, those steps that we got to take, they cause this level of fear, because oftentimes in this society, right, we get distracted away from engaging and focusing on what it would take for us to move consistently and grow consistently towards the vision of who we see ourselves becoming. Listen to me. What I have learned is that we have to run to challenges. And I know this is oftentimes a difficult thing for us to kind of conceptualize, the idea of running to challenges, to purposely grabbing and engaging challenging situations, right? I ain't talking about challenges that have no value to us. I'm talking about challenges that we know if we engage that challenge, we are going to be forced to grow. We're going to be forced to shift our focus. We're going to be forced to grow in our self-discipline. We're going to be forced to grow in our integrity. Our character will grow because we are taking on challenges. We heard people say, hey, this is a character building activity, right? Challenges and getting outside of our comfort zone are character building activities in order for us to become the superhero character that we must be in order for us to be what we were created to become, in order for us to sustain an impact that will impact not only our family and our communities, but also future generations. So when they look at the history, when they look at our history, that we will be in that history as a model, as an example of greatness, as an example of power, as an example of an empowered person that made a decision with precision, said that they was on a mission and they pursued it. I just love the energy of that, but it ain't easy, right? So I've been challenging myself, and I wanted to do something critical that's going to really help us as we are really building and developing the Pipeline of Power Institute, which is a nonprofit institute focused on youth empowerment, particularly Black youth empowerment, and the building the village around our youth that will help to sustain and to cultivate the development of our youth as they become critical pieces of that village as well, right? So in doing that, I understand, right, as I am pursuing my highest power and potential, what's unlocked in my spirit is that, man, listen, if I'm pursuing it and I'm challenging myself, I want to create more opportunities for my people, for those connected to, for my pipeline of power builders, my community stakeholders, my educators, my parents, right? My youth empowerment leaders, those that are in political positions, my entrepreneurs, right? All of these critical community stakeholders that we have in our midst, our brilliant brothers and sisters, our warrior brothers and sisters who have phenomenal genius in various capacities, right? To really be able to challenge ourselves in a way that's going to optimize and maximize that natural genius, bring it to the forefront, so that we all can understand how powerful we are. We can identify our superpower and unleash it in a way that's undeniable, that establishes an expectation that our children must rise to, because that is the framework in which they must live, because we built that around them, right? So I want to challenge our warrior brothers and sisters. I ain't talking about just me challenging. I'm talking about I'm taking on the challenge, and I want the opportunity for us to engage it together, right? So we unleashing the Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge, the Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge, right? Which is going to be a 20-day challenge going into 2024. Going into 2024, we want to finish 2023 strong by identifying that vision that's in us, our vision for impact, right? From our families, right? For our children, right? Understanding that, guess what? Who we are, the purpose, the identity that we have is connected to a powerful purpose that we must engage and we must pursue consistently, regardless of the challenges, right? Regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the things that we are hesitant and things that we've struggled with, things that historically in our past we have had struggles with. Listen, the mission don't change. Our vision, our purpose is still the purpose. It's still the mission. It's still the vision. But we got to kind of wade through those challenges and those distractions and those disappointments. Listen, this is an opportunity for us to take on a challenge and build some consistency as we are identifying our vision, while at the same time building that warrior mentality, unleashing a warrior energy that it's going to take in order to overcome the challenges that's going to be in between us identifying our vision for impact and greatness and the journey in between here and there, right? Because it's the journey that most of the time many of us get caught up on and we get off track, and it'd be too hard, right? When we talking about our physical journey, we talking about our mental journey, our spiritual journey, and really trying to align those things. It is the journey, the struggles within the journey, the challenges, the obstacles, man, those days when you just don't feel like it. Right? If we can unlock our warrior energy in the midst of identifying our vision in a way that it becomes internalized, right? The opportunity to pursue that vision, we get stronger because our perception of the challenges change, because we are growing in it. We are training for it. That's why I love to do the warrior training. So in this challenge, we're going to have opportunities for warrior training, vision identification. Each day is going to provide a different opportunity, for you to identify your vision, to answer questions about it. You're going to be provided different resources and messages from myself, as well as other resources to help guide through this vision building process, as well as opportunities for you to train with me. If you're in the DFW area, you can train with me in person, but I'm also going to have some online opportunities as well. So this is a phenomenal challenge, right? We're a nonprofit organization, so your donation is what's requested to take on the challenge, to engage us. But guess what? This opens up an opportunity for us to continue to work together as well, right? So listen, I'm challenging you, but at the same time, we taking on the challenge as a collaboration, right? As a community. This is us working together, right? As we get into spaces, right, and opportunities for us to powerfully impact our children, our youth. Because guess what? They counting on us. They counting on us to be models. They looking like, what a model at? What a model of a warrior that's building and creating opportunities for us to utilize what we are unlocking and what we see ourselves becoming. Because as they build their vision has to connect to opportunities so they can actualize the vision in real time. And guess what? As the village, we must create those spaces of opportunity for our children. But guess what? That's going to take us growing. That's going to take us pursuing. That's going to take us taking on the journey of where we are now and who we were created to become, regardless of how hard it is. Because a lot of times we get on our children about not putting in work and not working hard enough and being lazy and all these different terminologies we use. But when we do this self-assessment, there's situations in our life where we doing the same thing. And I've had to assess myself in a real way to see, man, where am I not being the proper example? And how can I grow and become stronger as a model for my children, a model for those that are connected to me, for the youth that I engage in, and they see me moving and working in my space. How can I strengthen my own self as a model? This vision, this Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge allows us the opportunity to really take that on head on, because we're going to be very intentional with it. Let's go get it. I was thinking when I'm doing the Warrior Vision Challenge, I'm like, man, I'm thinking about it. It's hit my spirit. Like, let's do this. This is something that needs to happen. But of course, doubt try to come into your mind. Listen, doubts, disappointments. When people, I've done challenges and the people said they're going to do it. I did various classes, warrior training, and people said, no, I want to train, which I want to do. And guess what? When it comes down to it, sounds good when you're talking, but when the rubber meets the road and it feels as though, hey, it's action time. Right? A lot of people get shook and scared. But guess what? I can't allow that to stop what's in my spirit. So I'm unleashing it. And we're going to do it the way we need to do it. Let's go get it. Listen, Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. Go to pipelineofpower.com on my opportunities page. Right? Sign up for it. Fill out our pre-assessment form for Pipeline of Power Builders, because we in the lab, of course, the Pipeline of Power Builders Lab, which we are launching on another level in 2024. This gets you in position to be a part of that lab. You're going to be able to go to let's go get it. So we're going to, get what everybody else is thinking. Guess what? I'm like, man, forget the opinions of other people, how it may look, what may happen, who gonna sign up. It don't matter. That's what my spirit say. So I'm going for it. So I'm gonna be unleashed. I'm gonna push it. If you know me, you connected to me. Hey, I'm asking you right now, take on the challenge. Right? When you hear the word challenge, if the word challenge changes your perception of if you should engage something or not, and you feel as though because it said challenge, you ran from it, guess what? That means we self-assessment. That means this is a challenge that you need to take on, because that's exactly what we engage in, because there is no way that we can reach our full power and potential and be running from challenges and the opportunity for challenge when we know that it's going to take challenge and resistance to move us outside of a comfort zone for us to become everything that we created to become. Because guess what? Everything that we must do to reach our full power and potential as a people, as individuals, as a community, as a nation of people, listen, it's going to take us moving outside of those comfort zones. And that's just a reality that I've had to face and understand. And guess what? I got to continue to push that understanding, not push it, but allow my opportunities for us to engage the chance to challenge ourselves, to see how powerful that we must be, really pursuing the most powerful version of ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Unlock the Warrior Vision Unleashed Challenge. Pipelineofpower.com. Go to the opportunity page for the Pipeline of Power Institute. Sign up, do your donation. Let's go get it. It's go time every day. Jumping off on the 11th, every day it's going to be an opportunity for us to learn and grow, to build and become. And we're going to just build from there because we got phenomenal things in store. But let's go get it. Hey, no more playing, no more worried about who going to do what. Just go get it. Let's go. We on a mission.